Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into the winner bracket finals for Meta Madness Qualifier number 3. My name is Bahamut on the left-hand side. We've got Saboteurs on the right. It is going to be Vinland Raiders. The winner of this will move into the grand finals, and they have to play one best-of-5 tomorrow afternoon as the last game of Qualifier number 3. Loser will drop down into the lower bracket round 4, and they'll have one more chance to fight their way to the grand finals. They will have to win 2 best-of-3s tomorrow to be able to make it to the grand finals. So we will go ahead, or no, they'll have to win 1 best-of-3 in the lower bracket grand final. Sorry about that, I misread the bracket. So they'll have to win 1 best-of-3 and a best-of-5 tomorrow if they do lose here. Vinland Raiders on the right, Saboteurs on the left. The members of Vinland Raiders did win the coin flip, opting for first pick priority. Tomb of the Spider Queen and Infernal Shrines banned up by Saboteurs. Battlefield of Eternity banned up by Vinland Raiders. Also, Vinland Raiders are a bunch of cowards and refuse to play Braxis Holdout as they ban that away. So map number 1 will be Dragonshire, chosen by Saboteurs, giving, of course, Vinland Raiders that first pick since they won the coin flip and opted for it. So here we go into Dragonshire draft. Hazuab's Rexar is going to get target banned. We have a Garrosh to be removed as well. Vinland Raiders did play a pretty good Garrosh earlier on today. What are they going to be searching for next here? I realize that if I watch Heroes of the Storm on my OBS instead of looking at it in-game, it actually looks like I'm looking at camera better, so this is perfect. I also see Twitch chat really well this way. Nubarak removed as well. Don't want to deal with Cocoon Beetles and all that good stuff. Dragonshire, what are they going to get rid of here from Saboteurs as well? Vinland Raiders, I mean, they have a lot of options. I mean, they could ban out the Sven Vikings, but even then, Hazuabs plays Vikings, and he kind of has that knowledge of what to do against them, so I don't think they're too concerned about it. Stukov to be banned away, get rid of that healer, but there's still so much up and available. As a reminder, we do have pre-bans for this tournament. As we're in qualifier number 3, we have got a Genji, Hanzo, Anduin, Blaze, Hogger, Diablo, Hammer, Vala, Brightwing, Abathur, Lucio, Tracer ban. Those are just the pre-bans in the tournament. If you'd like to know what those are, if you might have missed it, you're like, wait a minute, those are 12 hero names, I just wasn't paying attention. Don't worry, I've pinned the message at the top of the Twitch chat, so if you want to go back and reference, like, which heroes are banned away baseline, that's at the top of Twitch chat. Of course, heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 3, as it is Meta Madness, so Joanna, Rhaegar, Maiev will not be available for maps 2 or 3 if we do make it that far, as Joanna, Rhaegar will kick things off for Saboteurs, a nice, hearty, healthy, easy tank healer pickup. They can flex into kind of whatever they want, as they will see 2 more coming out from the side of Vinland Raiders. How do Vinland Raiders want to play this? An immediate Chromie? Do they go for a Varian early on or a Muradin? No, they're going to go White Mane. Okay. Do you go Muradin ban? Muradin is pretty strong. Varian could be the option if... Varian does have Mortal Wound level 13, which could be a denier onto Rhaegar's Ancestral, so maybe you consider the Varian ban here, but is he really worth it? Maybe. I feel like it's worth it. Alright, they're gonna go Muradin instead. Okay. So it's which evil do you want to deal with, and they don't want to deal with the evilness of the Dwarf King Muradin. On the left-hand side, the draft is so open for Saboteurs, they can really go into any direction they want. What will they look for? It's going to be a Sylvanas ban. Not a bad ban by any means. Get rid of the siege potential from her, mind control, wailing arrow, or both fantastic heroics, as we will have what for Saboteurs? Trying to think of their playstyles, what they lean into. This is map number 1. Dahaka is pretty prevalent for Hazuabs. I wouldn't be too opposed to a Dahaka. Actually, go double global. Take the Dahaka Falstad. Okay, so they want Urel for the solo, and they're going to pick up Lunara for the damage over time. Whitemane might struggle a little bit with that damage over time, as Whitemane's healing isn't super bursty. It is sustain heal, as you do have like Giggle Beams, and you put the Zeal onto targets, and you deal damage, you heal them up, stuff like that. And she is a battle mage, I think is the name of it in WoW. I'm not 100% sure. I don't play WoW. Mal'Ganis and Sonya. Where's Stark? Where's Stark? They'll be happy to know there's a Samuro in this game. Left-hand side. Okay, so it's either Hypercarry Lunara, or they're going to be leaning into some sort of mage. They could go double dots and pick up a Gul'dan. Gives them good wave clear, gives them poke. Junkrat's still up and available. Lunara's vision's super strong here. It is. Zeratul rounds out the draft. Okay. So he'll be floating around getting some ganks here and there on Chromie and Whitemane. Man, Saboteurs with a really cool draft. Saboteurs have a pretty good draft. Let's go ahead and get everything written up and ready to go for Dragon Shire. Ooh-wee. I gotta be honest, I think this is the most non-stop Heroes of the Storm casting I've ever done. Like, I'm out of breath in between my out-of-breath breaths. Left-hand side, map number 1 in the winner bracket finals, Saboteurs in the blue. Hazuab's on the Urel. We've got a Retso, Zeratul, Dino to play a Lunara, Bad Benny on this Johanna, and last but not least, Yasu will play Rhaegar. On the right side of our map, Vinland Raiders. Ixer on a side-saddled Whitemane. Nano Chromie. Sven on Samuro. Oh, you get 1 per series. Joanna will play Mal'Ganis, and Swamp Grotto rounds out their draft with that Maiev. Of course, as always, we got our first little mid-game, mid-lane engagement. Lunara is going to go Sentinel Wisp level 1. Also, we'll be seeing that was a perfect talent description. Shadow Hunter. You want to say Orb Hunter for Zeratul. And Samuro will be Way of Illusion at level 1, but the big question for all of you at home is, who's going to win Dragonshire? Channel predictions up and available. Final 3 potential. We're guaranteed at least 2 maps here, but final 3 potential gambles of the day as Dino does go down. First blood to Vinland Raiders, bottom lane, Lunara. 4 stacks on that Way of Illusion, 2 stacks already for the Shadow Hunter Zeratul, but this early game, it's not that big of a deal. Quicker rotations have yielded that kill into Lunara bottom lane. Speaking of rotations, we'll grab a Bruiser Camp for the top lane immediately. Level 2 is already here, so Chromie picks up that level 4 talent because of her trait. She gets talents 2 levels early. Rutso almost dives onto Sven for some extra damage, but can't take down the Samuro. Chromie will go into an Adhoral Anomaly at level 1, so she's able to, or level 4, level 2. So you have more charges of Time Trap, you reduce its cooldown by 8 seconds, but also you have the Time Walker's Pursuit level 1, which is going to give faster arming time to those traps, 10% spell power, and the double chance for reveal. Well, not really double chance, but you reveal an area for 4 seconds. If you reveal an enemy hero, you reveal them afterwards for just the enemy hero for 4 more seconds. Whitemane gets a bit of a giggle beam. Big Righteous Hammer back from Hazuabs as Yasu, Dino have rotated up to help clear things out in this top lane. It is 3v3. Swamp Grotto getting the Wardens, Vault of the Wardens out of that. Avenging Wrath from Hazuabs is initiating a lot of these moments, but Yasu pulled around. Meanwhile, Samuro in bottom lane up against Rutso. Sven doing fine here on the Samuro. Does have the deflection level 4. And Dragonite is available to the side of Saboteurs, just no one in mid lane to be able to grab that. Dino getting really low. The Umbra Bind will pull this Lunara back in place. Yasu has Earth Living Enchantment level 4, giving some extra healing to those targets below 50% over time. Zeratul continues to pressure bottom lane with a Siege Giant. Sven is rotated down here after getting a bit of mid-lane soak. Zeratul answers back with an immediate cleave into him. Does have that Psionic Strength level 4. Welcome back, Gage. Top lane, Nano getting low. Dino has the damage over time. Whitemane comes in, but it's just not enough healing. A Righteous Hammer from Hazuabs does push back Svampgrada, but it doesn't look like there's gonna be a kill to be had. Or at least a second kill. Hazuabs jumps on the top lane point, gonna try and bop back Sven. Actually, the channel it was not there, but either way, it doesn't matter. Moonstride on the bottom lane is still held over by Vinland Raiders, and Bad Benny's going to try and get to this in time, and there's still Yasuo, Lunara mid lane to deny any sort of channel onto the Dragonite. Zeratul soaks things up, Bad Benny poking out of the way with some shield glares. Divine Steed. Choking Pollen as well. We'll see the Wormhole Zeratul. Conviction on Johanna. We'll also see the Purification Rhaegar, so Purge is now on a 45-second cooldown, but it also has some extra value on top of that. So if you remove a slow stun, root, or silence from ally, heal them for 290. Using this on the enemies deals shield damage and also reduces their healing received by 40% for 2 seconds. You also have an 80% slow, if I'm not mistaken, when used on enemies. So extra upgrades on both sides. Time stop onto 2. Nano's trying to get out of here. Yasuo goes in for the bite in the butt, but White Man is rotated down and is going to get some decent heals. Svampgrada looks for the Umbral Bind to pull Yasuo out of position, just doesn't land it there. And Bad Benny walks into the sand. Nano takes Bad Benny to the beach. Samuro, Mirror Images, currently at 30 stacks, or the Way of Illusion level 1. 10 talent here, almost here. And we'll go ahead and cycle through those other numbers as Sven continues to do his best in this top lane up against Lunara and Yrel. Zeratul on the bottom, time stop for a moment, gets the blink away before taking any damage from Chromie. As I mentioned, those numbers at the bottom of your screen will cycle through since 10s will be at the top. We have Chromie with a Temporal Loop. Umbrobind pulls in a few, but oh wait, Rutso does go down. Third kill to Vinland Raiders as they have an objective potentially channable in mid. Johanna, though, makes a quick rotation. Time Trap slows things down. Rhaegar in mid lane. I don't think they get the drag. Wait, hold on. Samuro's still pressuring Hazuabs in top. Mal'Ganis is in mid. Unfortunately, Rhaegar's around here to delay this out. I don't think Mal'Ganis gets the channel. Rhaegar should be able to delay this out. Totem goes down. Cleared out as well. Bad Benny's here with some shield glares. Svampgrada's hanging around in the bush. Shield glare gets one deny. Chromie's still chilling in bottom. Samuro trying his best to hold top lane. Hazuab's able to get this to 50%. Here comes Retso onto Sven. They're looking to kill the right Samuro. The body blocks are pretty good. Can Sven get a mirror image to the right-hand side? Oh, he's got Way of Illusion level 10, so he micros all of those mirror images, or at least both the mirror images, and makes it look like he's in a worse spot than he actually is. Beautifully done. Nice from Sven. Great Samuro play so far. Now Ganis has made his way up here. Hazuabs is able to jump away from this top lane shrine. Retso jumps in here. No, those mirror images, you gotta be careful those, especially with the level 1. After hitting 40 heroes, Samuro gains an additional 30 attack damage, but also every time a mirror image critically attacks a hero, Samuro gains 0.25 attack damage up to 10. Gotta be careful, man. Those mirror images, they can start to beat you up. As well as Samuro slapping you on top of that. Burning Blade, by the way, is critical strikes from Samuro and mirror images, an additional 50% of their basic attack damage as spell damage to the target and nearby enemies. Sven, Rutso looking for the resets with that Might of the Nerzim. Big burst damage from Rutso. Gets the kill on Samuro. Containment disc onto Johanna on the bottom of our screen. She's going to be silenced for 1.5 seconds after that expires. Hazuab's pulled back towards the fort front gate. Shield glares coming out as Lunara hops on down to bottom lane. Time stopped? Not at all. Ooh-wee. Oh my god, this map number 1 is just non-stop. 2 to 3 in kills. Lot of movement though, lot of macro. Not just having the solo laners chill in top and, you rotate one to mid and here and there. No, we're all over the map. We're playing aggressive here in this winter bracket final. Dismount on a Bad Benny, but he doesn't really care. Did Bad Benny? Oh, okay, I thought Subdue was finished. I thought Mal'Ganis got that huge slow, but it was just the baseline slow from that, right? Wait, yeah. So, Punish has a slow on it. Am I crazy? Oh, my apologies. In the mid lane, Lunara will go... Oh, no, it's the bottom lane. Lunara will go down to Chromie and friends. So I want to check this really quickly. Yeah, it is 60%. I was looking at the wrong talent for a moment. I was like, why can't I see a slow percent? That's because I was looking at the blind. Hazuab's Avenging Wrath away. Samuro back onto the point. He's going to try and get this to 50%. It's contested by Hazuab's. Rutso jumps in as well. Meanwhile, an Siege Giant camp to be grabbed for the bottom lane. Hazu gets the jump, the clear. No big deal in the top. As Chromie clears out the Wisp of Lunara. Doesn't get the Sentinel value. Lunara, by the way, no Abolish Magic. She's going Greater Spell Shield level 13. Oh, sorry. My posture's pretty bad, so my neck's killing me today. Leaning heavily into the mic. I need to really kind of adjust the mic location. I think that'll help me a bit as well. Either way, Bad Benny hit with a containment disc. Night Rush from Mal'Ganis will lock her in place as well. Rhaegar's floating around. Night Rush into him. Now the target's actually Rhaegar. Temporal Loop applied to Bad Benny, but Yasuo is going to be the one who has to self-cast Ancestral. Blessed Shield thrown out by Bad Benny. And that allows enough room for that Rhaegar to back away. But 10 minutes in, I don't think we've had a Dragonite yet, have we? Man, this map is just all over the place. Just trying to watch minimap to see the rotations and potential gank setups. Robine, broken by the Iron Skin of Johanna. She'll throw back a Shield Glare. Romy gets some vision to Dino. Sees that Dino's kind of floating down and away, so throws a bit of sand onto the fort in this bottom lane. Still no structures to fall either. It's 6-6 in structures, 2-4 in kills, and we're about 15.5 to both sides. Whoo-wee! This is a map number 1 here for the winner bracket final. Chromie gets a bit of vision for the allies. Yasuo working on a camp on the left of our screen. Sven bopped, but not dropped. Able to swap over to a clone or a mirror on the right-hand side. 16 talent here to Vinland Raiders. Samuro does have that press the attack while advancing strikes is active. Samuro and his mirror images gain 10% attack speed every time they basic attack up to 40%. They'll jump away with the Sakuchi, level 13. Here comes Johanna Yaya. Night Rush is activated just to back down towards mid lane. Alright, we do have Master Warp Blade for the Zeratul. Time stop onto 2. Yasuo's the target. Johanna drops a Blessed Shield. Still Zeratul Yrel top lane. Containment disc onto the Johanna as well. Dino trying to poke back out with some Thornwood Vines. Iron Skin activated. Umbral Bind. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a Temporal Loop into Bad Benny. He's got no Iron Skin. The cleanse from Rhaegar is on time. No pull back. Purification helping out that Purge. Bit of poison damage onto this white main, but she's doing just fine. Top lane fort does go down. Retso and Hazuabs want to take out Sven. Can they manage to do so? Nice bop into the wall. Sven trying to get away here. And will he have the wind walk in time? Unfortunately not. Sven goes down. A kill to the side of Saboteurs. While Vinland Raiders invade this camp over here on the left. Siege Giants go to our red squad. Johanna trying to get out of here. Nice Ancestral healing onto Bad Benny. Rutso gonna try and jump over the wall as the enemy's retreating. Here comes Hazuabs with a Righteous Hammer. White Mane trying to heal through all the pain. Rhaegar's actually the one to go down. How on earth is this a loss to the side of the Saboteurs? It's not. They're gonna find Chromie, Maev, White Mane. Rutso trying to back away. Alone Johanna Yaya. Not a whole lot of mana, but still. Maybe could get it. Oh, Blessed Shield. Nicely done, Bad Benny.
Team kill.
Flame cleanses all.
My apologies, got my mute in time. I had a little sneeze right there. I just like when my favorite players are on different teams and are playing each other. Like, who do I cheer for? That's so true, though. That is such a true statement, Nancy. At that point, you just become the meme of, I just want, you know, the sign of, I want everyone to have a good time. That's where I turn into that person all the time. Just like, I just want everyone to have a good time. 20 talent here, almost here for the side of Saboteurs. Sven working on this Dragonite, gonna not kick the right mirror image, or the right clone. Sven actually still pressing onto Hazuabs, but Avenging Wrath, Divine Steed, he's on out of there. Chromie does have vision down this bottom lane. Might actually see, I think she might have seen that actually, Zeratul jumping onto that. Is it new to see using the Dragonite? Not in this observer mode. It's fair. It's in this observer mode that's been in there for a very long time. No, this is Patrick. You cheer for the most games possible. That's actually a good point. That's a very good point, Ton. Temporal loop. Rutz was able to blink back a blessed shield from the Johanna. She does have Storm Shield level 20. Nano did a timeout and a time stop, but I do believe Nano will fall. Chromie goes down. 50 seconds on her death timer. Bad Benny stepping into Swamp Grotto. Bad Benny getting a little bit low, activates that shield. Blinded by the light. Night Rush onto a few. Is that blind as a bat from Mal'Ganis? Indeed it is. He's starting to clean up this fight right now. Bad Benny gets the Ancestral Healing with the Farseer's Blessing. Another health bar coming through. Hazuab's low on the left-hand side. Sees the Samuro. Wants to avoid these sustained attacks. Rutzo needs to get out. That's going to be a Containment Disc onto the Zeratul. He will be silenced for 1.5 seconds, but gets one blink to see Wormhole back. He does, unfortunately. Maev's right there. When I was in Heroes of the Dorm Final, I was at Heroes of the Dorm Final, I had a sign that said, "Let's go blue team, let's go red team." Hey, that's where I met you. Hey, I met you at the Heroes of the Dorm. At my first esport event, where I was extremely awkward because I didn't know how to be around other esports people. Like, everyone was super nice and welcoming, and I was just extremely shy and nervous. Oh yeah, it's because we're an observer. Yeah, it's a special. We have an observer mode that's custom, and we're also an observer as well, so that we get some extra little vision abilities. Like, normally in a game, you don't have this big stat bar on the left-hand side of your screen. You can have that. You can have the little stat thingy that pops up when you click on someone, but not as detailed as I can show you right there. Bad Benny. How on earth does Bad Benny not get subdone? How is Subdue not finished in that moment? Bad Benny's got to be as confused as I am. Absolutely mind-boggling that did not get the completion. There's a picture from BlizzCon 2019 with me, Vipey, and Mac, and I had no idea what to do because they were dressed up as Team Rocket. Vipey and Mac were dressed up as Team Rocket, and I was in between them for a photo. And, like, they had a whole pose and everything. Like, they struck a pose in, like, 2 seconds, and I had no idea what to do, where to stand, I have a super awkward photo with me and Vipey and Mac. No, you're great, Zell. Oh, wait, hold on. They have found Johanna in top lane. Hazuabs. Okay, wait, that's Carrion Swarm. Seeker Swarm 20. Seeker Swarm's 20, but the Seraphim denies any sort of sleep. We do have a Dragonite to the members of Vinland Raiders. 17.5 minutes into Dragonshire here, working on the mid lane fort. Night Rush from Mal'Ganis, immediately onto Lunar. They try to get the Ancestral Healing. It's a 1 second timer, and that's just way too quick. Way too much damage. Bad Benny's really in a bad spot right now. The Temporal Loop stuck in a loop level 20. Blind as a bat in this corridor is absolutely fantastic. And the Dragonite in mid does find the fort. Night Rush into Rhaegar as the triple kill is achieved by Vinland Raiders, who will move into mid lane. No, bottom. They move into bottom. Keep front gate is already going down quickly. Retso trying to clear out the Dragonite, but Urel and Zeratul, I don't know if they just have the defenses for this. Are Vinland Raiders going to be going up in this best of 3 series? Time stop onto 1. Righteous Hammer to bop back. Meanwhile, Containment Disc will connect onto Zeratul. He does go down. Quadra kill for the side of Vinland Raiders. Hazuabs, he will be temporal loop, self-cleanse, but the stuck in a loop will pull him back once again. And honestly, that stuck in a loop is just to keep Hazuabs away. Dragonite will be ending here, and Vinland Raiders go up in the best of 3 winner bracket grand finals. All right, let's pay out the people of Vinland Raiders with the victory here. Looking to go for a 2-0. See if they're able to land it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what could be the final game of Qualifier number 3, day number 1. We're in the winner bracket finals. And Vinland Raiders, sorry, I chugged way too much water, and now I have to burp. Vinland Raiders are going to be up in this best of 3 winner bracket final. Loser goes down to the lower bracket finals for tomorrow. Winner goes on to the grand finals. So basically, loser has to play a best of 3 to advance to the best of 5 tomorrow afternoon. Winner of this goes to the best of 5 grand finals. They play 1 best of 5, and they'll see if they can get some points for first place. Of course, the Meta Madness qualifier the Meta Madness Series 8 is going to be a little bit different. There's multiple qualifiers with points added together. So rather than qualifying through the qualifiers, it is now qualifying through multiple qualifiers, if that does make sense. Either way, if it doesn't, I will do my best to explain it more convoluted than ever. We get ourselves into Towers of Doom for map number 2. Map number 1 was Dragonshire, chosen by the side of Saboteurs. They lost that map. As the losing side, they can choose first pick or map pick. Saboteurs opt in for the first pick priority, so this will be Vinland Raiders choosing to take us to Towers of Doom. If you are wondering, Tomb of the Spider Queen and Infernal Shrines were banned out by the side of Saboteurs. Battlefield of Eternity and Braxton Soda banned out by Vinland Raiders. As we are, God, we are 6+ hours into the stream, and as I said before, I think this is the most back-to-back, like, Here's a Storm casting we've ever had on the stream. Whew, like, I'm trying to catch my breath between catching my breath. Muradin, Vikings, Dahaka, and Zarya will be banned away. I get it, that's actually a good system. Oh, I know, I agree. I absolutely agree. I just felt like I explained that so terribly. I'm so lethargic from just, like, hammering on games today. I can also feel my voice starting to get a little rough. Voice feels a little rough today, but it's not that bad. Not that bad, as we get a Garrosh first pick to the side of Saboteurs. ETC Sylvanas. I really like that. I really like that a lot. Sylvanas siege potential on this map is really good. ETC. We've actually had a lot of really good ETCs lately, but I wonder if we actually see a crowd surf for ETC getting around the map a little bit more. Maybe this is... I doubt we see a... I was gonna say, I doubt we see like a solo lane ETC with stage dive, but it could be a possibility. You did great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Junkrat with the Leoric Garrosh. That's a lot of displacement. Toss into bomb or bomb into toss. Steel traps around as well. So I'm trying to stretch out my neck. I keep slouching into the microphone, so I'm trying to get a little bit of better posture before we get into the next game, or get into the next cast. What are we gonna get here in the ban phase? Probably target bans onto healers, I would assume, here in map number 2. Malfurion, maybe? No, they go for the global. They're gonna get rid of Falstead. Don't want to deal with Gust. Don't want to deal with Poke. Don't want to deal with the sustained damage. It has been pretty good so far from Saboteurs, their Falstead play. I believe Rutzo's been the main player for that. I was gonna say another healer ban, but maybe not. Maybe it's a Medivh ban. Get rid of. Actually, a Medivh ban would not be bad here at all. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's a really good map for Medivh, so I can't blame them for banning it away. It's a fairly good map for Medivh. Let's see if we can just adjust this for a moment. There we go. Just trying to fix things a little bit here. Alrighty, dude, if you just choke all here, you win. Sylvanas, and what do they want to grab with this? Okay, so they get themselves Rexxar for solo lane, Ana Sylvanas, Nano Boost Sylvanas, Nano Boost... Chat. Instead of going Boars, you go Bestial Wrath with Rexxar, and you Nano Boost Misha. Activate the Bestial Wrath, activate the Nano Boost. I'm sure that is OP as all hell. You're welcome. Li Ming to be grabbed here, reset potential, and a Tyrande as well. We've had nearly 100% Tyrande participation in these best of threes. I think there's actually only been one best of 3 that Tyrande was not played in today that we have casted. Last pick. Either you're gonna go for a Mage to Nano Boost, or you're gonna go for a Sylvanas Hyper Carry. Do Vinland Raiders lean into a double support composition and just act like... no. Okay. Alright. Lot of spell damage. Lot of spell damage from the side of Vinland Raiders. Garrosh does have that armor and such, but I really actually do like the Vinland Raiders draft. There's great baseline CC, burst ability is fairly high, the scaling on 10s is great, the level 20 upgrades are good. On the opposing side, Li Ming pop-off is strong, Garrosh is great to just step into the enemy, Junkrat poke is great, but I do feel like Vinland Raiders can take this in a 2-0. I don't want it to be a 2-0, but I do think Vinland Raiders can make this a 2-0 series in the winter bracket finals. As always, we will start the prediction once we introduce the teams and show you the level 1s as well as that first engagement. Let's get into it. Could be the final game of the day, chat, so I want to see some nice gambles. So get your gambling predictions ready to go as we will introduce our players here on the right-hand side first with Vinland Raiders. Ixer on Ana, Swamp Grata chilling out the enemy with Jaina. We have an ETC played by Johanna Yaya, Sven Rexxar, Nano Sylvanas, and of course Misha. No one can play Misha, she'll be playing herself. To the left-hand side of the map, we are looking at Saboteurs, a Hazuabs, Leoric, Retso Li Ming, Yasu on Tyrande, Dino Junkrat, and last but not least, the big bad Benny with our big bad Warlord Garrosh. Uh-oh, GG's. Benny is lagging. Well, good thing, I didn't start the prediction yet. Wonderful, I didn't start the prediction yet. So you have time to just sit there and be like, okay. Opportunist sprinting to AFK. So we will start the prediction once we actually get into the game. That way you can actually see what's going on rather than just predicting based on what my face is looking like. Oh, Garrosh took a talent, apparently, during the pause. Bad Benny is left. Bad Benny is going to restart. I mean, honestly, now is the best time because we have only loaded in. The Sentinel hasn't even hit, so we can't make judgment off of that. So it looks like Bad Benny's going to completely restart their game. Hopefully that levels something out. I guess he's got something wrong on their gamer PC. See how great of a streamer you are? I do my best. I try my best. And that's all you can really do at the end of the day. did hang some paintings at the local brewery. Bashed my knee. Bashed my knee into one of the tables as well when I was just trying to move around the brewery. Because the brewery has these benches with these really, like, it's like dovetail construction, so a lot of it, like, you have, like, extra little, like, corners, I guess you could say, on the benches. And I was rounding it, the bench is just bigger than I anticipated, just bashed my knee into it. And I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. I took off my pants when I got home, as most people do, and I just see this giant, like, abrasion on my on my shin. Like, I was like, how did I smack into it that hard that I, like, tore away skin? How do I do these things? I surprise myself. The way I can injure myself is surprising to me constantly. So we are waiting for a player to get back into game. Oh, that was a message from something else. Okay. Okay. Alright, so Bad Benny, as we mentioned, is having to do a restart. Looks like there's a bit of an issue for them, so as I mentioned also, it's not that big of a deal. If we do need to fully restart the map, we can absolutely do that. I think this is, you know what I think this is, chat? You know what I think this is? I think that saboteurs are utilizing the fighting game tournament style of cooling down the enemy. Are using the fighting style of cooling down the enemy by having a DC where they have to restart. What?
Money for you.
Streamer Recognition Award.
What? Nancy, that is crazy generous. Thank you for $100. Holy crap. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. It should be viewer recognition award should be going to you. But as I said, yeah, I did put up some paintings in, I did put up some paintings. Once again, I didn't know how to pose, so I just made a stupid face. All right, we're back into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back into the cast. Oh, wait, did it hit? Oh my God, the Sentinel hit! The Sentinel hit, ladies and gentlemen! The Sentinel hit, and Misha goes down. Big Sid, thank you for the tier 1 for 11 months. We will resend your alert when we get out of game. And I do believe we're back into the mix, so I can actually start the prediction. Which team is going to be winning map number 2? Channel points. Get your channel points in. The prediction has begun as we are back on into it. Yes, we are back into it. One last reminder. Get your channel points in for the gamble. Could be the final gamble of the day. So let's see a nice big prediction. And thank you again, Nancy, for the 100 flippin' dollars. Big Sid, thank you for the tier 1 for 11 months. We'll continue going into this. How dare you suspect saboteurs of saboteuring? I mean, it's only logical, realistically, right? Call timeout to ice the kicker. They see? It's not only in fighting games, it's apparently in P-sports. Sentinel hit all over for Vinland Raiders. I mean, that logic tracks. Bad Benny getting low here on the Garrosh. Armor going up, throws the Sapper over the wall, but that actually killed the Sapper. Garrosh goes down, Concussion Mine onto the point. Junkrat wants to seal this away. There's another Concussion Mine. Junkrat's gonna be split off. Joanna, gets onto the point. But Rutso will go down, and Ice Lance to the booty, and Ana will be traded here in mid lane. Excuse me, a Frostbolt. Ice Lance is a talent name, but it just sounds like the basic ability name as well. Savannah's haunting way forward. Does she have Black Arrows up and available? She does if they want to keep pushing in through this bottom lane. Garrosh has respawned. P-sports, there's got to be a better way to say that. Oh, no, I purposefully said it that way because it sounds weird. I said it that way because it sounds inappropriate. Because I'm a mature adult. All right, 4.8 to 4.8. Thank you all for the odds. Can Vinland Raiders make this a 2-0? Hazuabs may be caught out in mid lane. Takes a bit of damage from Sylvanas. Possession as well. I did hear that. It is a, by the way, it is a Crowd Surfer ETC. Power Slide to travel over walls and terrain if no enemies are hit. Reduce the cooldown by 7 seconds and refund the mana cost. I think that puts it on a 5-second, doesn't it? Isn't Power Slide 12? So 5-second cooldown for Power Slide. If it hits no enemy heroes and it is used over terrain, that is those, you know, those are the quantifiers, I guess you could say. Nano pushed away by a concussion mine. Top right should go to Rexar. I think Hazuab should get the left-hand side. Sentinel in bottom doesn't delay out the Ana. Rutzo's zoned away. Power Slide through, and Rutzo blinks out in time. 8 shots into the core of Saboteurs, while Vinland Raiders will only take 4, but Johanna falls to the Nexus forces. Nano maybe going down. Rutzo wants the reset. Swamp Grotto runs straight into the Arcane Orb, eats that, and denies any sort of damage to the allies. My apologies. Drinking too much water. Too fast. Concussion Mine build so far for the Junkrat. I forget the level. It's the Boom Pow. So, Bog Down, level 7. Oh, no. No. Gonna go Sticky Wicket. Leoric is gonna have a upgrade with the Paralyzing Rage, level 4. Increase his Skeletal Swing slow from 40 to 60% with that 20% addition. Singular Altar in the center of the map will be coming up here in a few moments. Junkrat checking the bush with a Steel Trap and Frag Launcher Grenade. ETC with a little face melt to push back Garrosh trying to advance in. Garrosh does have that level 4 Indomitable if he needs to charge at the enemy team's face or maybe break that slow that Jano's going to be poking onto him with. Junkrat goes into mid lane with Hazuabs. Yeah, I was going to say Sven is being threatened here, but he's going to take 1 or 2 Frag Launcher Grenades. Misha taking 1 as well. And Misha being Sven just microing the Misha back and forth. Gets the mend onto her as well. Sapper's on the right-hand side being worked on by Swamp Grotto. Makes their attempt at some quick clear onto this. Toss onto ETC. Power slides through the Garrosh, but this ETC's getting a little bit low. Hit with a Biotic Grenade. Sidesteps the Lunar Flare of Tyrande. Is there a delay onto the left-hand side channel? I don't think so. Vinland Raiders will take 4 damage. Parity has been found. The map is equal between both sides. The one thing that's not equal is the experience between these two teams. As Bad Benny and friends grab a Sapper camp for the bottom lane. Let's cycle through those other numbers. Sapper is stopped by Sylvanas' Black Arrows and the burst damage from Jaina. Thank you for the redemption, Big Sid. We'll be adding more people after stream to the list today. Power Slide from ETC, making his way up towards mid lane. Rexar Misha gonna play it safe in the top, back off by their fort front gate. Sleep Dart goes fishing for an enemy, finds the Garrosh. ETC bops with a face melt, Indomitable activated, Haunting Wave out, toss onto the ETC as he finds himself a Hazuabs, but Hazuabs is already Wraith walking out, and a Power Slide just to break or at least increase the distance from ETC. Concussion Mine. ETC's fine here. Crowd Surfer cooldown has been pretty good for him. Avoids the Arcane Orb. Ana will eat that. Sven chilling in the bush. Hazuabs will get a camp in top. Garrosh is anchoring, like waiting, like where's Sven gonna, when's he gonna step out of top lane? And Rutzo is like, oh, I just saw the Rexar in the bottom area. Anyways, we do have those 10 talent tiers at the top of our screen. Warlord's Challenge, Entomb, Riptire, Shadowstalk, and the Wave of Force. On the opposing side, Wailing Arrow, ETC Mosh, Water Elemental for Jaina, Nano Boost on the Ana, and of course Boars to be unleashed by Sven. Here's the jump in from Misha. Joanna, the ETC is looking to maybe set something up, but he does not step out. The camp will be cleared out before it gets any value. Tyrande Sentinel goes out to scout, sees if anyone's around, and it will reveal that Swamp Grotto is making their way over here. But I think these objectives will be traded out, and we're going to be looking at a 28-28 core HP game while Junkrat pushes up bottom lane, trying to get those sappers in. ETC actually delays the left-hand side. They saw the Junkrat, I think, in bottom lane for a moment. ETC tries to drop a Mosh. It's on a 10-second cooldown, thrown away by Garrosh. ETC in a really rough spot right now, and I do believe barbecue will be for dinner on the side of Saboteurs, and that is a Misha, Jaina, ETC, Sylvanas to fall. Dino will continue sustaining the damage into Ana. Reset City for Rutzo here, and Sven should be able to make it out without falling, but that will be traded. Shots, the big thing to note is going to be a quadra kill for Vinland, or for Saboteurs, who say, you know what? Parody looks ugly at the top of the screen. We're going for boss. Misha scouts this out, but ETC and friends can't make this rotation quick enough. ETC had already gone to bottom lane. Jaina was in mid. Hazuabs gets the channel. 4 shots rain into the core of the Gravekeeper. The Raven Lord ahead by 4. All right. Sentinel voids, the Ana avoids that, but still providing some vision. Sylvanas pushing up the bottom lane wave. With those mega amount of kills around that objective area, 13 talent here has been achieved by Saboteurs. They're pulling ahead here against Vinland Raiders. Saboteurs, they're aiming for that map number 3. They want to stay here in the upper bracket. They do not want to have to fight through a bottom bracket best of 3 and then a best of 5 tomorrow. They just want to have one singular game, sit back, watch everyone else's matches. And Vinland Raiders may have made a mistake with that ETC stepping into the bush. Haunting Wave from Sylvanas was utilized, the Wailing Arrow was utilized. There's the Haunting Wave pushing out. Ana will go down. Li Ming to be traded, but you gotta be fine with that. Hold on, the Water Elemental chunking onto Dino. But, yeah, you can't be too upset about that. You trade your Li Ming for a triple kill and a camp, and you're gonna wrestle 4 shots out of the enemy. Not too upset. Nano gonna get hit with the Groundbreaker. There's the toss. Yasu doesn't get... Whoa, what are you? Bad Benny? Bad Benny taking tower shots. Throws in Yasu. The Sappers are here. Junkrat gets the channel. 1, 2. Sappers make it in. One's going to be delayed out as it was focused onto the minion wave. ETC should clear that out in the bottom lane wave. But this will be 8 shots in total. 12 if you include the boss from a few moments ago into the core of Vinland Raiders. 28-16. As I mentioned, Saboteurs, they want that map 3. Hunter-Gatherer going to finish out from Rexar Misha at 9 minutes. Just about 10 minutes. So that's going to be the Rexar Misha gaining 15 armor, physical and spell. You also get some better health regeneration on top of that for Rexar Misha. Sappers in bottom from the left-hand side coming through. Right side Sappers are about a minute and so away. Triple Altar Phase coming up next. 10.5 minutes in. Waiting to see when the center point will open up. 1, 2, 3, Sappers make it in. That last Sapper seemingly did no damage to the fort. Am I crazy on that? I feel like one of the Sappers did no damage to that fort. Maybe it was cleared out before it struck. Maybe that's the case. Sylvanas will join into the allies in the bottom area. 16 talents here, almost here. The Saboteurs. Well, we see Leoric rotate to the top lane. Junkrat staying safe in mid. ETC floating around, trying to set something up. Steel Trap will lock him down for a moment. Okay, 16s are here. Spread Volley, Ominous Wraith, Royal Focus, 13-16 Hazuabs. Sleep Dart being attempted. You do have the defensive measures on Garrosh level 13. He'll also go for Mortal Combo level 16, but here's Jaina finishing out her baseline stackage. Ana's thrown out of position. Garrosh traded for the Ana. Li Ming gets 1 reset. She's going to try and get some decent damage in. Seems like she will get a big ol' pop-off. The Water Elemental takes down 1, and it is a 3-for-3. Junkrat and Li Ming to defend against Amisha, Rexar, and ETC. Dino goes to the right-hand side. Is there going to be a delay onto him in time? ETC actually does have the... He's able to close the distance quite quickly. Rutzo gets the channel on 5. Junkrat should be able to get out of this alive, actually. No, he's going to try and take down Johanna. Yeah. ETC moshes on a 10-second from that. Yes, it is. Li Ming rotates up, but it's not quick enough. Rutzo? Yeah, I don't know about that. Channel right there, bud. Hazuabs will respawn. And Rutzo goes to the left-hand side. Sven gets the right channel. Rutzo on the left. 10 shots have gone into the core. Maybe a Sapper or 2 as well. 6 remain on this core. We're 12.5 minutes in, and we have not had the center point open up yet. So whomever said it was tied to the 3rd objective phase, the 2nd triple objective phase, is a filthy liar. We're 12.5 minutes in. We haven't had the center teleport open up. I don't get what triggers it, dude. I don't think anyone knows what triggers it. There, at 12 minutes 47 seconds, towers are upgrading. Tunnels are opening.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center. Use it well.
Okay. Now, for anyone who's like, but Bahamut, it's tied to the third objective. The last one we saw that we were watching, it opened before the third objective, the second triple objective phase. Now we're seeing it open a few moments after that second triple objective phase. I don't know what to even make of all of this. I think it's just completely RNG. 12-7 though in kills. Sentinel at 1, 13, and 16 for the Tyrande. That Harsh Moonlight's a big one though. Harsh Moonlight level 13 can be quite big. Next altar will be, is it center? Excuse me, bottom of the map. It looks like exactly that case. Boss is up and available. Altar plus boss is GG. Altar plus 2 sappers fed in through bottom is GG, but there's still a lot to go. Looks like it triggered when it decided over the next objective phase. Yeah, but like that makes no sense because it triggered before the second, third objective phase in a previous best of 3 we casted today. So like seemingly there's no, it's seemingly tied to like a random time between 12 and 14 minutes or something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if there's an actual trigger. Anyways, Nano's gonna Haunting Wave away. Hazuabs gets a decent entomb onto Sven. Retso wants some damage into this. Retso getting low. The Water Elemento chasing out. Riptire does find a kill into Jaina. And Dino's gonna be jumping in with a concussion mine. Wave of Force pushes Ana away, but they don't give a crap because that is a chase down.
Team kill!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into a map number 3. This is a rush to top lane for boss. I don't see a world where they don't go for boss here. Perhaps it's after an objective phase after a level. Maybe that. I think it's just random. I honestly think it's just pure RNG. Anywhere from 12 to 14 minutes, it just happens. One day we'll figure it out.
Team kill!
ETC will not. The GG well played is called. And another domination from Saboteurs. Did Junkrat really go, I hate waiting? He did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the way to end an actual winner bracket final. We're heading to a map number 3. Saboteurs are not going to go down in a 2-0.
You know this, then why do you serve him?
Because he paid me a freaking fortune, you moron.
You got paid?
No message. Big Sid, thank you for the tier 1 for 11 months. Appreciates that. Yeah, woohoo, map number 3. I feel like, honestly, Nancy, to answer your question from earlier, what do you do when you appreciate, when you have players on both sides? I think at that point, you just hope for maximum games. I think that's the proper answer. When you like people on both sides, you just hope for a best of, to go to the best of amount. Which team wins Towers of Doom? Saboteurs. Where are we going to for the final map of the day? Let's go ahead and make some notes here for myself. Amazon just trying to fish for anything they can sell me, and I'm just like, I don't want women's clothing. Like, I've ordered my mom's shoes through Amazon, and now Amazon just assumes I'm a woman. Like, Amazon's like, would you like a dress, Bahamut? No, I don't want a dress. I just ordered my mom's shoes because they're cheap. Anyways, we're into Sky Temple map number 3. Final best of 3 of the day for the winner bracket final. Saboteur on the left-hand side, Vinland Raiders on the right. Winner goes to the grand final. Loser goes to the lower bracket finals tomorrow. This is a double elimination qualifier number 3 for Meta Madness. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 3. We do have a baseline ban of 12 characters as we started the Meta Madness third qualifier today. I do believe that will increase over time, or has the opportunity to do so. As we get into Sky Temple, we saw a Dragonshire map number 1, Towers of Doom map number 2, and so Sky Temple will be map number 3. The first pick was opted in for Vinland Raiders as the loser of Sky Temple map number 2. So, Saboteurs have chosen to take us to this map. And as I said, first pick goes over to Vinland Raiders, who will ban out a Nubrak. Falstead, we have Saboteurs getting rid of the Uther and what? Kerosene to be removed, maybe? Space ice cream that costs 10 times more than... You know, that was another thing I never understood. The astronaut food or whatever, like that ice cream, the astronaut ice cream they did. I never understood that either. I would always be like, it's just cheaper to buy a tub of Stroh's vanilla bean ice cream. Because Stroh's was like, we could make... Stroh's got hit by Prohibition, and they're like, we'll just make ice cream. And then Prohibition ended, they're like, we'll just keep making beer and ice cream. If you live in the Midwest, you know what Stroh's is. I don't know if... Well, is Stroh's a thing out west? I don't know if it is. I know it's big in the Midwest. Like, when I went back to Michigan, it was just Stroh's everywhere. Amazon's a small indie company. They need to market to their customers. Yes, they also need to give me all of their Prime Gamings. Murden, first pick to the side of Vinland Raiders for Sky Temple. What are Saboteurs leaning into, though? What do they want for their first pick of the map? I can't believe Dahaka's made it this far, but it is Dahaka Kerrigan. We're going full Zerg synergy for Saboteurs. Zagara has Stukov been played yet in this best of 3? Zagara, Stukov, Dahaka, Kerrigan, Alarak? No, wait, that's Protoss. Shit. Do we have another Zerg? Abathur's banned away. Oh, Sven Vikings. Oh, you get the butcher list. You get the butcher list. That counts. Butcher list counts. Butcher list counts as a Zerg. Zeratul already been played. Like, I honestly, like, I wholeheartedly believe they should go into Butcher and just farm the Vikings. I don't know how effective that is at this rank of skill, but we do. So getting into this map, there are currently 32 heroes banned away, 12 from the pre-bans of the tournament and 20 from maps 1 and 2. Also, you have 6. No! Tychus with a Zerg skin? Was Tychus played in this best of 3, or was that the previous best of 3? I honestly don't remember. Everything starts to blur together today as these go on. Awesome Jello, what's up, bud? Great name, by the way. Awesome name. Bro, you're 3/4 of the way there, 3/5 of the way there. How you gonna pick a Varian? I'm so sad we had to wait so long to get a Zerg Deathwing skin. There's a Zerg Deathwing skin? There is? Is there? Oh, what? Oh, it's definitely. Oh, sorry. Okay, I was like, I missed. You made it when you were 12? Well, 12-year-old you had a good opinion on usernames. You can go thank, you know, when time travel is created, be sure to go thank your 12-year-old self. Give them like 20 bucks or something, you know? You know how you find 20 bucks on the ground when you're a kid and that's like $1 million? That's because it's time travelers. It's yourself from the future. Sky Temple to round out the drive. I've been rambling here, sorry. Well, Saboteurs just want to lose. All right. Well then. Final game of the day. Saboteurs draft 4 heroes. The side of Vinland Raiders managed to draft themselves 7. So a little one-sided here. All right, as always, we will start the prediction once we introduce the teams and show a little bit of that first engagement. Yes! Wait, no. On the left-hand side, we've got... You can cheer for the Phoenix. I don't care. I just, you know, it's a meme of the channel. Dino will play the Phoenix on the left-hand side. Bad Benny on the Varian. Retso to play a Kerrigan. Yasu, Stukov, and Dahaka to be played by Hazuabs. Baseline Dahaka skin. Very interesting. Is that baseline? Seems like it's maybe it's a tint on it. Maybe it's just a smaller, it's a different tint. On the right-hand side, yeah, it kind of has that bluish thing. On the right-hand side, Vinland Raiders. We got a Nixers, Malfurion, Joanna, Yaya, Muradin, Swamp Grotto with Medivh. Nano, Cassia, and Sven will play the Olaf, Balog, and Eric here on Sky Temple, map 3 of the winter bracket final. All right, chat, we're going to start up our prediction here in just a moment. Be sure to get some big gambles in. Let's see some huge prediction odds for map number 3 as the fight breaks out. Drags to be landed. Medivh to pick up some stackage. 4 Lion's Maw stacks for the Varian. 4 Fetid Touch stacks on our Stukov. Medivh already on 9 stacks. 11 stacks for his Arcane Rift. Kerrigan lands a Primal Grasp and Impale finds the kill into Muradin. First blood to Saboteurs. Hazu never uses skins, I believe. I swore he uses one of the Mecha Dahaka skins, but maybe I'm thinking of like Sven or Stark or something. Taunt from Varian, Bad Benny. In a rough spot, a drag will connect on the Swamp Grotto. Swamp Grotto! The stacks of Medivh! Flush that toilet, Saboteurs. You just found a whole handful of stacks off that Medivh. Our Malfurion will not be getting picked off here as the group does zone back the enemy. Bad Benny still on the camp. Hazuabs lands another drag, this time into Malfurion. The lurking arms there on the ground. Hazuabs wants to take the kill. 96 HP is the lowest I saw this Malfurion get as Kerrigan throws an Impale right where the Medivh portal pops through. Medivh gonna try and pick up a few stacks. I think Medivh lost like 11 to 13 stacks, somewhere in that range. I thought Phoenix was banned in this channel, Smile. No, but finding workarounds for the name is, so enjoy your very long timeout. We'll see Olaf going down in the top lane, I believe. No, that was Kerrigan, sorry. That was in mid lane. Different Zerg, different lane. Top and center objective phasing will be grabbed. I do believe Saboteur is going to have the momentum to try and go for both of these. We'll see if they just focus in on one. Top lane does have a decent wave coming through. Dino going to push that up a little bit as well. Varian lands a taunt onto someone. There's a drag from Dahaka into Muradin, who Dwarf tosses in, playing this aggressive. Dahaka does have that Lurker Strain level 4. That's why you saw a bit of invisibility expire onto him. Malfurion is going to be the target of Kerrigan's combo. Dahaka looking for another drag potentially. Doesn't have any level 7 yet, so no Feeding Frenzy. Cassia will randomly die just above. And Stukov continues to build up stacks on his level 1 Fetid Touch. Pops that Pustule, gets the big slows. Johanna gets saved by an objective push. No kill into... Ooh, good sidestep from Swamp Grotto. Gets chunked a bit. Lurking Arm. There's a drag into Muradin. Can Dahaka and friends find another kill? Feeding Frenzy, level 7, was picked up. Sven will lose Olaf, and man, this map has fallen apart for the side of Vinland Raiders. The Viking composition not finding as much value as I think they were intending early on. Splitting around and maybe going for that macro pressure. The team fighting has been really tight from Saboteurs. Dino looking to chase down Sven in the top lane and will take down this Balog. Poor Sven losing another Viking. Is that the first full death for Vikings? No, they've only lost 3 so far. Nano gonna wiggle around here as the portal from Medivh and is able to back away. Muradin, Dwarf tosses in. Heavy impact. No. It's actually looking at, not Skullcracker, give him at the axe. Murden unable to land the Stormbolt. Bad Benny is going to throw a taunt onto one. This protection from Medivh as he's going to try and become a bird. He will be interrupted. Swamp Grotto being chased down by Phoenix currently. Can they get the kill? Fetid Touch is completed out, by the way. We will see the long pitch level 7. Swamp Grotto wants to back off. Hazuab's a little bit low here. I do believe he's got some essence to pop. No! Wow, Hazuab's is completely out of essence. He must have used it. And I missed that there, but just gonna try and get that healing pathogen from the Stukov. And we will move down back into our lanes. 10 talent here on the horizon for both sides. Probably faster to the members of Saboteurs as they rotate down into bottom to start soaking up even further. Sven won't lose an Eric down here. This will be a camp on the left-hand side grabbed. 10 talent here, as I mentioned, a moment or two away for Saboteurs. Uh-oh, hold on. Everything's fine in the mid lane. Looked a little sketchy for a moment. Hazuabs looks for the drag, doesn't land anything, goes back into top lane, I assume. By the way, this is random, but speaking of Hazuabs, it made me think of Nations Cup randomly. I got to meet Hazuabs at Nations Cup for just a moment or two, like between games and stuff like that. One of the sweetest people on earth. Super humble. He'll sit there and just chat with, he'll just sit there and chat with you. Like, I'll always bring up Rammstein around him because I always feel like it's an easy topic because we both like the music. And he's just, I don't know, such a nice dude. Such an easy dude to talk to. If you ever get the chance to meet him, definitely take the time to at least chat a little bit. He's just genuinely a nice human being. Now, Sven, on the other hand, is about a bajillion feet tall, and he's also a very nice human. Like, Sven is, like, super duper tall, and he seems intimidating, but he's such a sweetheart as well. Medivh loses stacks again! Bad Benny goes down, but Medivh loses stacks. The Malfurion will fall. Cassia tries to take down Yasuo. The long pitch, does it get the weighted pustule on the Nano? I don't think it does, but either way, they're still chasing down this Cassia. She throws a blind. Phoenix will use that laser cutter to try and get the spell damage for the kill. Kerrigan gets the kill onto Cassia, and Eric will fall, and this third objective, or the second objective, third temple overall, will get shots into the bottom lane. Really, like, oh, no, even then, like, his streams are super chill. Now, his chat calls me cringe, but, whatever. I'd like to see them... Whoa, Rutso going for a bit of a ride there with the Ravage, following up the massive shove of Stukov. It's the internet. Who cares? By the way, I've seen quite a few, in my opinion, big bands. I've seen Metallica twice, I've seen Iron Maiden, I've seen Black Sabbath on that farewell tour they did. Hold on one second. Bit of poke back and forth. But I've seen tons of bands. Rammstein is one of the best bands I've ever seen live. Not only is it big energy, the audio quality is amazing, the set is always good, the pyrotechnics is super fucking cool. There's a point when the lead singer came out to sing Du Hast, and he has, I'm not exaggerating, on each shoulder, 30-foot gigantic metal wings. He's got a 60-foot wingspan on the stage, shooting fireworks, and he's singing Du Hast. Oh my god, dude. Rammstein, one of the best live shows I've ever seen. Hell, I've seen System twice. And I love System of a Down. I would see Rammstein again in a heartbeat if I had the option. EU Twitch chat calls everything cringe, to be honest. Dude, I will get into lobbies with EU players and they call me cringe. I forget who it is, but there's one EU player that'll be like, oh, Bahamut's here, cringe. And it's like, oh, cool. All right, whatever. Any Ministry? I've never seen Ministry, no. Did the keyboardist wear his dildo on stage again? Probably! I mean, the lead singer of Rammstein got onto a giant phallic cannon that shot foam into the crowd during one of the songs. It ran back and forth. Like, you know when you crowd surf and there's like the bouncer area before the stage, they grab you and send you back around? There was a giant, like, phallic cannon shooting foam into the crowd. And he was riding on top of that back and forth singing I forget what song. Nano gets the portal away, set up by Swamp Grotto. 9 stacks, by the way, for this Medivh. Yo, I just realized that the new Observer UI shows the Viking regeneration globe stacks. Let's flip and go. I no longer have to click on Vikings to see regen stacks. That is awesome. Big fight to break out, or excuse me, to continue in bottom lane as we talked about music. A Viking will be lost, a Malfurion to go down, Swamp Grotto will lose stacks again. I saw everyone heard of Rammstein. I remember there's the cover art of Rammstein, and it's all the dudes are wearing like torture devices on their heads. And my brother wanted to buy the album, but my mom and dad, who had been through communism and torture and all these horrible things, they were like, you can't buy that, look at the graphics on it. And then, funny enough, my dad is the one who found out about the Rammstein show and took my brother and I to it. This was way years later, but I have that vague memory of my parents seeing the torture devices from that metal album, from that cover. I think they're torture devices. What's up, Bill? Guar is classy cultural exchange. So Guar went on tour. I didn't go to the show, but I had some friends in high school that loved Guar. Guar went on tour with the Red Chord, if you guys know who that band is. And the Red Chord apparently didn't have like a good set in Michigan. So for the rest of the time in high school, these two guys were like one grade above me. For the rest of the time that we were around each other in high school, they would always bring about how like, oh dude, the Red Chord fucking sucks. And I'm just like, dude, Guar is your favorite band, and they're just a joke. Leyline Seal, Hazuabs is on the point. That's gonna be I was gonna say Grand Slam. A Haymaker to bop Hazuabs off. Salvo comes out from the Phoenix. Stormbolt into Varian. There's a blind out from Cassie as well. Meanwhile, this map is looking all saboteurs. Oh, man. Oh, concerts are always great. Took 2 seconds to grab my water and I missed the kill. Sorry about that. Kerrigan will fall. The momentum shift to the side of Vinland Raiders has begun, chat. You're not big into Rammstein fan, but they know they put on a... That's the big thing, too. Like, the performance that they put on, like, the show is just outstanding. Metallica was good in the past. Iron Maiden was crazy good. I've seen Opeth. No, not Opeth. I've seen Dream Theater twice. Dream Theater opened for Iron Maiden when I saw Iron Maiden at DTE Energy with my dad and my brother. My brother kept making the joke that, because like Dream Theater was opening, and my brother was like, dude, they're gonna have time to play like a song and a half. Funny enough, Dream Theater played like 3 songs for the opening. If any of you don't know, Dream Theater songs are like 10 minutes long on average, and most opening sets are about 30 minutes. So like Dream Theater played like 3-ish, 4 songs maybe, and then Iron Maiden came on, and then they played for like 2 hours straight. Well, bottom lane seems like the play from Vinland Raiders. We're gonna see a double temple phase attempted by Dahaka and Varian. Are we kind of base racing a bit here? Bottom keep is about 50%. Boss is getting low. Mid keep's gone down. Yeah, Varian's starting to hearth. The Hawk is starting to hearth, and because they feel this pressure mounting. Vikings will go for the channel and the objective. Not going to be trying to delay things out. This is going to be Johanna taking tower shots. Salvo coming out as well. We have a taunt on the left-hand side. Nano gets the portal away. Boss will scratch the shielding of the core, but it's not going to end. Nor will it actually get any percent-based damage. Sven will lose 1 Viking. Play again is up and available for the lone Baylog in mid lane, and he will pop that. Sven gets his 3 Vikings back. Top lane camp is pushing in. And Dahaka, he's going to clear bottom lane. I assume Hazuabs has the brush stock available. He does. Sven will lose a Viking around this mid objective. Throws the Eric to the top lane. Deftones, your probably favorite live performance. Yo, I feel that social anxiety going to shows. It's, I used to go to, I would used to go to a lot of shows with friends, and then, like, as you get older, not everyone can go to shows, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was into a lot of metal bands when I was in high school, not all my friends were. So, like, I ended up going to a bunch of shows by myself, and, like, eventually I got used to being at shows by myself, but it is super awkward. Especially in the downtime between bands, when it's like, what do I do for the next half hour? I guess I could go wait in line for a beer? I could go wait in line for a $12 flat Miller Lite. Or whatever the venue has. Level 20s are here, as I have gotten a bit off topic today. I apologize towards the end here, but it's been a long day of casting. We've been casting for 7 hours plus straight, non-stop realistically. Like, I think we've had a total, like, the longest downtime between a series or a game has been like 5 to 10 minutes at most. I think 10 minutes is actually an exaggeration at this point. People have been on point running these games today. I mean, shout out to Rob adminning things. Big shout out to our admins who just keep everything flowing in the background. What was looking like an all-gas game from the side of Saboteurs has kind of started to peter out a bit. This late game's getting a little scary. Medivh on a singular stack. Has Medivh died 4 times? No. Okay, he's only died 3. Just hasn't gotten a lot of stacking lately. Sven loses a Viking top. Still pushing up things in bottom lane. 70 regeneration globes for the Vikings. It doesn't show the additional, does it? Hold on, what's the math on that again? Okay, so it's half? Yeah, so I can always just half it, okay. Because it's 71, yeah, 35.5. All right. So bottom objective, 20 seconds to go. This will shoot on bottom lane keep if the members of Saboteurs can get this. Bottom lane keep is exposed. The gate has been completely removed. Boss is up in 1 minute. Medivh still floating around. Gonna just take down another Viking in mid, or at least attempt to do so. Medivh floating above. Here comes Muradin with a Dwarf Toss in. Haymaker is available. Level 20 is gonna be a rewind for the Muradin as well. Sleep onto one. Stukov trying to back away. The ball lightning coming out from Cassia. Stukov will fall. Cassia to be traded. 1 Viking to fall. Play again unavailable as all 3 Vikings. Oh no, play again was used. I think Sven used that immediately. Dino will chase down this Baylog. Olaf, sorry. And Kerrigan gets shots in bottom lane. That will confirm the bottom lane keep. Boss is up in 19 seconds. Camp over on the right 7. Are they looking to play into this? Caster King. Oh no, I'm just here to entertain all of you. That's all. If you enjoy the stream, if you would like to support, it's much appreciated, but here to create good content and cast some awesome games for all of you. Banner down. Dahaka pops Essence. Bottom keep has gone down. Top lane's got a decent wave coming through, as well as a camp that Phoenix grabbed. Shots will scratch the core here. Actually, no, they're going to do more than scratch the core. 3 catapults are rocketing and fixating onto this core right now, and they are rallying through that health bar. Nano gets the blind, a quick clear onto that. Bottom lane boss is up and available. Dino has started to drag onto Malfurion. Medivh has set up the portal. Hazuabs actually steps in to try and chase further. Rutzo unable to land a combo, but now the new target will be onto Joanna. Muradin, as we do have a Leyline Seal. Medivh cheats. Temporal Flux 16 gets cooldown reduction. Watch that Medivh cooldown on his heroic, as he's going to slap into enemies. Meanwhile, the Vikings clear out the camp in the top lane, and a portal set up by Medivh. Swampgrada baits out a combo of Rutzo with that portal set up. But there's no fort in bottom lane to retreat to. Seems like Saboteurs take the safe rotation back towards their mid lane. Not going to lose on it. Whoa. Are they calling to go game? 51% left. I think they see the wraparound happening. Yeah, Medivh did scout it out for a second. Vikings, will they play again around the boss down over here? Malfurion Drad gets a protection from this Medivh. Unfortunately, the salvo comes out. Sven will lose 1 Viking. The Leyline Seal. Muradin loses his Leyline Seal stacks, apparently. Didn't know he could pick those up. Long pitch from Stukov. Vikings play again. They get a jump up right there. Rutzo takes down a Sven Baylog. Dino gets the Olaf and Eric Nano Shell fall.
Team kill.
And realistically, with the extra kills, we're going to be seeing a
Ludicrous kill.
GG well played. Saboteurs head into the grand finals tomorrow afternoon. Vinland Raiders got to fight through that lower bracket final right before the grand finals tomorrow. GG well played. GG! What a fantastic day of casting, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a great day with the stream. Before any of you leave, be sure to drop a follow if you're not. If you'd like to support the stream further, it's much appreciated. We do stream 6 days a week. I will be back with more of these games tomorrow, so any and all support of the channel is much appreciated.